Lucas Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Taken in the end zone.
A.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Lock. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 15.
Lock working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. McCaffrey following the penalty. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Christian McCaffrey playing against the Broncos here. And McCaffrey from the Denver area played his high school ball in Highlands Ranch south of downtown. And, of course, Father Ed, a longtime receiver, a very good one for the Broncos, played with them from 1995 until 2003.
36-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Clock now on 1st down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From midfield, here's Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing his lock on third down. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to fourth down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes our score 17-0.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bridgewater. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That time Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over first.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Lock. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Lock now on first down. And he's got his tight end, Fant. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Denver.
Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Broncos 24, Panthers nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And 9 yards to go.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
So you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Lock to throw on second down. He'll find Lindsey here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To throw on third down. Block. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
13 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. from the gun. Lock. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now the Broncos' big-ticket acquisition. It's Melvin Gordon. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's 3rd down.
Third and 2, Lock's going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And McManus able to put it through.
Is good.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Denver.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
To throw, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Mike, check, 59. Exit. That's the way.
From the 29, Lock. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Yards to go.
Lock going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback, They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Rock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To throw it is Locke. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Locke on the give. It's Lindsey. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
You know they
20,
pay me extra for this.
10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 77 yards, and the Broncos add on. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too, and just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 3rd and inches, and they got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Here's a give to Lindsey, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
At the Panthers' 36-yard line.
Throwing now is Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Locke. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos.
Complete to Cortland Sutton.
Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Broncos 41. Panthers nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's now
normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Mike 42, Mike 42. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
second down, Bridgewater again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4 down, 4 down. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. 3 buzz.
They go play action. Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Come on, QB, come on. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Check, 45, come on. Defense wins championships, baby.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A 1-yard loss brings up 2nd and 16 at the 32-yard line.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. 45
Now on 2nd and 16. Bridgewater. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
On the carry.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
49-yard ball.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Bridgewater getting this complete to McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 3.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Bridgewater on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.